Man, that dude got hit so hard in the side of his face, y'all, that shit looked like raw, bloody hamburger meat.
Haha, Dom the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch you with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and now do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. I want to tell everybody welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be speaking on something that took place while I was actually locked up down here in the county jail where I'm from. Broward County, main jail to be exact, okay? The 7th floor, all right, to be exact. Now down here in Broward, our main jail has 8 floors, all right? The 7th floor is black and white max custody, as well as the 6th floor. And then the 8th floor is red jumpsuits, which is basically maximum custody as well. But they like live in the cell, you feel me? They don't really come out. It's the same as the box. But, you know, you get canteen and shit up there on the 8th floor. Now, when I was in the county for this, I was in there for 8.5 months, I believe, at this time. I was riding out doing a 364. For anyone who don't know what a 364 is, that's 1 day short of a year. So down here in Broward, anything that is less than a year and a day, you could do in the county. So if they, you know, give you a 364, you'll stay in the county. If they sentence you to a year and a day, you go to prison. But you can stay in the county jail up to however many years it takes to be convicted or to get your charge over with. You understand? But as far as them sentencing you, they're not going to give you 4 years in the county jail. It won't work like that. You feel me? Unless they were to be like 4 364s, each one ran consecutive. You know, so that way one starts after you do the next one. And then so on and so on. You understand what I'm saying? But anyways, this particular time I was on the 7th floor, black and white. 3 in, 3 out, which means the top tier is allowed to come out for 3 hours while the bottom tier is locked down. And then after they go in, and then it rotates. So you get 6 hours a day. You get 3 hours out in the day shift, 3 hours out at the night shift. So you only get 6 hours a day out of your cell. Now, when it comes to, you know, being on black and white, you obviously did something to get there. You either have a high profile case, you know, like a body, or you got into trouble while you was in jail, so your custody went up. For me, I got in a fight at the jail in Pompano over the phone, all right? So it made my custody level go up. I got sent back to the main jail. Inside of confinement, I did about 50 days or something altogether. And then after that, boom, I got out of the box. They put me on the 7th floor, black and white. Same exact spot that YMW Melly, who's facing bodies right now, if y'all know who that rapper is. Same exact jail and everything. It's where he's at, okay? Now, people get into fights all the time. But the way that it used to go down inside of the 7th floor when I was there, because like I said, it's 3 in, 3 out. It's kind of hard to, you know, grid and not get caught. Especially if you cop beef with someone that's like on the bottom tier and you stay up top. The only way that that's possible is you got to wait till they come around and do meds. When they come around and do meds, they make everyone go to their cell. Everyone will shut the door. Boom, 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 boom. You feel me? And then the bottom ones, boom, boom, boom. They make sure all doors are locked. And then they'll pop one tier at a time. So they'll either pop the bottom tier first or the top tier. And then people would have to like go out and get meds and then like slide into the shower real quick and make their bunkie close the door. You feel me? And then when all the bottom doors are locked, then they'll pop the top ones for meds. And then someone will come out who's supposed to get meds, and they'll slide over there into the shower, or the dude from the bottom tier or the top tier, whoever was hiding in the shower is gonna slide over into the other one's room. They're gonna grid and get it off their chest. Try to do it without everyone going to confinement, which confinement is like a daily thing inside of the county jail, believe it or not. Everybody there, 9 times out of 10, been to the box several times. When you come back, you don't know if you're gonna go to the same exact quad, you know, because you got A quad, B quad, C quad, D quad, or whatever, you feel me? And there's 3 in each one. You got A 1, 2, and 3, B 1, 2, and 3, etc. So when you go to confinement, you might get put back on the 7th floor, but you were in A quad before, now you might get put in C quad. You feel me? So it's kind of different. But anyways, these 2 people, they had caught beef, they were arguing. Now, when they, you know, like I said, you gotta sneak out in order to grid, you gotta, you know, do it during meds. It's the only way you can do it if it's from up tier and the bottom tier that got pressure. Of course, if y'all are both upstairs, y'all can go in the room, fight. Same thing with the bottom tier. Well, these two dudes caught beef, and they had beef for some time, and they would always get slick with each other. A lot of things that, you know, would cause the animosity and the problems inside of the dorm, inside of like the unit, is the TV. All right. Now, for instance, say I'm on the top tier and I'm supposed to come out for 3 hours, right? But they buck us on our time. They decide not to pop the doors to let us out. They keep us in. Well, if they let that TV turn on, us on the top tier feel like since it's supposed to be our hours out, it's up to us what's going to be on that TV, not nobody on the bottom tier. And shit like that will strike a fight, because people downstairs or upstairs, you know, people don't care. People don't really care to respect you. You know, they just want to feel like the shot caller. They want to feel like the one who says what's going to be on. Even if they know right now they're on the bottom tier and they're not supposed to have control of the TV. Top tier is supposed to be out right now. So even though the officers bucked us, there's no way an inmate's going to buck us on our time over the TV. You feel me? So there's always people selling out behind the doors, rapping to each other all the time. It's real loud in there. Like going into a jungle, you hear like people making noises and banging and kicking and screaming and hollering. It's real loud in there. You ain't really gonna get no sleep when it comes to like that noise, along with the loud ass power behind the toilets that are flushing, or all the doors slamming when the officers come around with the loud keys, you know, typical shit like that. So these two dudes were arguing all the time from behind the door. You know, they've actually fought before too. They got away with the fight the first time. They waited till the officers came around with the nurse to do the meds. Once they popped the door, boom, them dudes went in there, they gritted. They did what they had to do. They in there bumping, slamming each other, you know, getting that shit off their chest. But that wasn't the end of it, you know. I thought it was the end of it, you know, but you can't be too sure. Now, you only got 6 cells. 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 2 mans in each cell. So you only got 12 people up top, 12 people on the bottom. You feel me? 24 people inside there. That's it. That's all that's in the quad. You feel me? Because it's max custody. Now, the beef didn't stop there. And it was farther than just the TV. When they were arguing over the TV, when the dude downstairs tried to control the TV, he straight up told the dude upstairs, fuck you, bro. And your time, bro. We're watching what I want to watch, bro. If you feel some type of way, man, slide. If you feel some type of way, slide. That's what he was saying. And the dude up top went to rapping, and he didn't let it go. The dude already told him downstairs what it was. Slide, you feel me? That's it. You ain't got to sit here and run your mouth on the door for hours and hours and hours. You know, just keep selling out. Keep talking trash behind the door. He already told you, bitch, when the nurse comes around, slide. But the dude up on the top tier where I was at, he just kept selling out, getting more disrespectful, saying more shit, blah, blah, blah. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to do this. You know, just showing out, being a door warrior, rapping behind the door. But he was truly about that issue, but he was just, he put too much anger into it, too much attention behind it. The dude downstairs already told you what it was. So by the time that the nurse came around, they popped, you know, the bottom squad first. He slid up there, and the boys gritted, like I said. Now, depending on who they, you know, popped first, you feel me? Like, if they pop the top tier first, then he's got to slide out and hide in the shower and wait for them to close all the doors, and then when they pop the bottom, then it go down like that, you see? So it isn't like anyone has like a home field advantage as far as like, you know, you're coming into their cell, or, you know, you're going into their cell. It's really all on who the officers pop first. If they pop the bottom or the top, you can't really control that. You know, it's always dangerous going into someone else's room. You feel me? And it's also more dangerous when someone comes into your cell as well, because you don't know if they're coming in with a knife. You don't know if they're coming in with a weapon, because they think that you have the advantage because it's your cell, it's your house. So you never know what they're coming in there with. You feel me? So after they fought, the dudes went back to the cell. Next thing you know, the rapping, you know, that shit kept going on. So everyone on the top tier and bottom tier started getting involved on the door and was yelling like, man, y'all shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all been talking about this shit for 24 hours now. It is what it is. Y'all done fought. That shit dead. That shit over with. That shit over with. Y'all didn't get it over with then, or y'all fight again when the nurse comes around. That's all we can really say. You feel me? Well, what happened is around when they popped the door the next day for the 3 hours, the inmate who was upstairs, you know what I'm saying, he went, boom, he took a shower. So, you know, nobody thought anything about it. You know, everyone just thought, okay, he's it's shower time. You know, everyone's walking around doing the shit they wasn't able to do because we got bucked for our hours yesterday. You know, people on the kiosk machine ordering canteen, people on the cell, I mean on the regular prison phone calling their peoples. You know, people watching TV, people playing checkers, all that shit. You know, so you know it's time to take a shower. You never know if they're gonna buck you again. You only get to come out 6 hours. You better bathe your ass within some time. So, dude goes in the shower. Nobody thinks nothing of it. Boom. He comes back. They lock us down and everything. The bottom tier goes out. Time for to do their showers and shit. And what it is there's showers on the bottom and there's showers on the top. Now, when they lock the cells down, the bottom tier is supposed to stay on the bottom. You get what I'm saying? And then they're not supposed to come shower upstairs. You feel me? The top tier can shower upstairs. And, you know, they're not really supposed to let you shower on the bottom tier showers. But, you know, it's jail. You know, they don't really go by every fucking thing the book says, you know. So when the inmate who had the beef came up the stairs for the shower, you feel me? He came up there and, you know, he walked by the dude's cell, went to selling him out behind the door, talking about pussy. You already know what time it is. I'm gonna do you like I did you last time, bitch. Ain't nothing, trust me. And da-da-da-da-da, you gonna see. Don't forget now. Don't forget now, you better train while you in there. Like he was talking shit like that. He went and took a shower, boom. Next thing you know, nurse comes around. When the nurse comes around, who do they pop? They pop the top tier first. So they pop our tier. Everybody's, you know, waiting to see if he goes out there to fight the person. You know, everybody gonna be nosy. You feel me? I was one of them at the time. I'm like, you feel me? See who you hear holler first. It's on the top tier. Now you got a better view. You can't really see the shit, but you can hear the sound effects better. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, they pop the thing for meds. The dude walks out, boom, ducks off into the shower real quick. Boom, they all close the doors. Next thing you know, boom, the bottom tier comes out, same thing. Boom, but he made his way upstairs. The guy from the bottom tier, he came upstairs for them to grid. You feel me? And I was like, the fuck? Like, how the officer's not gonna see him? Like, he lives downstairs. They already locked the whole top tier. He shouldn't be walking up there. You feel me? But what it was is the dude downstairs was purposely trying to be seen. You feel me? So the officer said, hey, inmate, what you going to get off that top tier? And shit like that. So then he's like, man, and he went to walk into that dude's door to yell at the dude through the door. So he basically like pulled in like, it kind of like a check-in stunt, but it was basically to get the attention of the officers. Like he was the one that had, I guess, won the last fight, but he was selling out so decent that when he went up to the dude's door to start selling out in the door, his bunkie was in there. He wasn't in there. He was in the shower. Man, he fought around after he went to sell out, and the officers are yelling on the intercom like, inmate, get off the top of that thing, this and that, this and that. Fucking boy, he turns around. We see the dude that hid in the shower come sliding out the shower like this. Look like I thought he had like a lock, you know. But you know, in prison in jail we don't get locks. Only in prison we get the locks. We don't get them shits in our county jail. You feel me? But it would have looked like he had a lock. You know what I'm saying? He went like this to cock back, and he ran up and he said, "Fuck nigga, what's up?" And when the dude looked, he tried to weave. He swung the first time, dodged it. The second one, he came back with that shit, and I still didn't know what it was he had hit him with at first, you feel me? But, bro, when he connected with that dude and hit that dude right here, I'm talking about this dude's shit was hanging, bro. Like, literally hanging. It looked like, if y'all ever seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't know if y'all ever owned the actual case of the DVD. Y'all look that shit up, boy. It's literally a picture of hamburger meat. This dude's whole shit from his eye to his whole side of his head was just hanging. Like that shit looked like it busted him, split him, cut him all in one. You feel me? They're undefeated. And no one knew what it was at first. So once he hit the dude with it with the backhand this way, they went to fight and the dude tried to throw his little try to do what he could do. But he was, he basically knocked the fight out of him after he seen all that blood. And they went to scuffling and he just went to beating him with it. He was hitting him with it. He would not let that shit go. But when I say there was so much blood, he had like a sock. He had the sock wrapped around the fucking drain that was inside of the shower. Okay, I don't know if y'all know what the drain looks like. You know, normally when you go to places, it's just a circle with holes in it. It's flat. In my county jail, the drain wasn't like that there. The way I can explain it to what the actual drain looked like, y'all know the shit you see in arcades, air hockey, when y'all got the little puck and you got the little things you hold? Well, that little thing you hold, that's like a circle, and then it's got the piece sticking up right here, like a cone kind of. That's what it was like. It was a big circle, thick ass metal, big thick ass circle, and then it had a piece in the middle that was like a cone. And it was like metal, like ridges all around that shit. He wrapped a stock around that shit and split that dude wide open, okay? And, you know, when you think about it, it's like, you know, he could have waited, you feel me? He didn't have to bust them. They did go to confinement. Them boys came in there and gassed them. Well, I can't say gas. I take that back. In prison, they gas you. In the county jail, they pepper spray you. But the shit that they spray, it's orange. It looks like silly string. It looks like cheese in a can. That shit you eat with crackers, it looks like that. It's yellow like that and everything. And it shoots like silly string. So they came in, they hit them boys with that shit or whatever. They didn't break it up at first. Them boys were still, you know, bumping. But the other dude that was leaking was literally just fighting. He was trying to hold on. He was protecting himself. And the other dude was just, he would not let that shit go. You feel me? And come to find out, he had that bitch tied. He had that bitch like tied to his hand to where there was no letting it go. That's some like chain gang gladiator shit, you know, like that. But when they eventually did get on them boys and they took them down, broke them all down, the officers had so much blood on them. You feel me? And everyone that's on the doors, even people downstairs, we can't see them from the top tier because they're under us. You feel me? They're under, you got the walkway and then the railing, they're like down there. We can't see them. But you feel me? You could see their reflection from the glass that the officers usually stay at before they come in. You could see the reflection of everyone who's on their door down there of the glass, just like they could see the reflection of you. You feel me? So everyone was on the door down there. Everyone's on the door where we're at just looking. And I swear on everything, the blood that was on the floor up there, that shit looked like one of them big ass, what are they, 5-gallon jugs of water that you flip on the machine when you get the little triangle cups and fill that bitch up. It was like, get one of those with like red paint and just go and just splash that shit everywhere. That shit was so much blood. Like I was like, man, that bitch finna die, bro. And you know, we're all on the glass trying to see how bad it is. So we were waiting he was on the bottom of the pile with all the officers and shit. You feel me? So we were waiting. They got the other dude, boom, they took the thing off his hand, they slung it, so it bounced against the wall and slid a little ways down. That's when I was able to lock eyes on it and be like, oh shit, dog, fucking shower drain, dog. That boy hit him with a shower drain. You feel me? Because you never know if they put batteries in a sock or if they put, you know, dial soaps. Them shits do damage too, you feel me? Because like I said, we didn't have no locks in the county, you know. But, you know, you never know what it is they have. But we were able to see that bitch. We were able to see some fucking shiny, rusty-ass, heavy-ass looking thing. You feel me? So after they throw that shit right there, they jump on them boys some more. They separate them. They get it all up. Now we wait for them to cuff him and lift him up. Once they cuffed him and lift him up and they turn him around and he walking by, that shit was like, bro. I'm talking about nasty looking, dog. Like that boy shit fucked up. Like he definitely had to go to like real deal medical to get stitched up, glued up, all that. Like it ain't like he just had like a little chunk and it was just gushing. I'm talking about, boy, his shit was hanging. His head looked funny. Like his head was no longer a circle. That bitch was like it was, I don't even know what type of shape. Probably a fucking heart, sideways heart. That bitch was hanging. You feel me? And I'm like, damn, bro, he got fucked up. And then when you think about it, you know, the dude that was going to the door, you know, talking shit, you feel me? The officers were on his trail, so, you know, that was kind of like a check-in stunt. So maybe the dude who had hidden the shower for the fight realized that he was pulling a check-in stunt. And he probably didn't think the dude, you know what I'm saying? He probably thought the dude, you know, went in his room, so he was going to just sell out and run his mouth to where the officer would come in there and they'd cuff him and move him, take him to confinement for not listening or move him to a different quad, or they'd know there was a problem amongst him and someone else because he's going against their orders and disobeying what they're saying over the intercom, you feel me? So maybe he was like, man, fuck that, you ain't getting away that easy, you know, and he ran up and he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen a lot of shit in the counties, you know what I'm saying? I done seen bitches get knocked out. I seen someone get hit so hard and took a shit on the floor. You feel me? I seen bitches get jumped, stomped, kicked to sleep. Bitches fucking head getting drowned inside of a mop bucket by other inmates. Like, I seen all types of stuff in the county jail as well. But this right here, bro, is like one of the most leaking situations that I seen. That dude was leaking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, fucking had to hit a fucking pocket that fucking like had a large amount of blood in it, like an artery or something, because that bitch was just gushing, shooting. I'm talking about like where it looked like he got his shit sliced. That's how bad it looked, you feel me? And I'm like, damn, he got fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I guess the dude on the top tier, you know, maybe he lost the last one and he really felt disrespected over the TV or whatever it is. They both just didn't really like they didn't like each other. They both had something against themselves, you know. They both was from different neighborhoods. One of them was facing the death penalty or was back on an appeal that had gotten the death penalty and he was back giving his time back. Another dude had life plus like 5 or something like that. He was giving his time back, so they were back on appeal. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of people you're around in the county jail when you're in black and white. You could be in there for driving with a suspended license and getting a fight over the phone and your custody go up, or not being on your bunk during head count and your custody go up and they put you in there in black and white and you're in there with people who are Florida prisoners that are back giving their time back. Bitches might have 3 life sentences and they're in black and white. That's where they house them, the same place that you would be housed. You see, there isn't no like segregation down here in the state of Florida. So it's like you're around their ass. And technically, if you think about it, it's like, damn, how's that safe? When all reality, you know, he's a prisoner. He's sentenced to the state. You feel me? You're in there, you're fighting a charge right now against the county. You know, you're not sentenced to the state by the state. You know what I'm saying? You're not sentenced to the state of Florida. You're not owned by them at the moment. You're not their property, but he is. Feel me? And that's what makes it dangerous, because you got people who've been to prison, did 10, 15 years or 5 years, whatever, and they're coming back on appeal, and now they're in the county jail, and they feel like this shit's sweet compared to what they've been going through in prison. And everything they done learned and been through, and however they were carrying themselves or seeing others carrying themselves in prison, that grimy, slimy mentality, they use on people in the county jail. They'll use it on you. They'll feel like they can get over on you. They're going to finesse you. They're going to try to make you break it off. They're going to put down on you. They're going, you know what I'm saying? Like they try to muscle shit. That shit goes down in black and white down here in the county too. 6 and 7 floors, no joke. That shit, boy, that shit gets hectic. Boy, you'll see some shit in there, you know what I'm saying? And this one dude, boy, it wasn't his time, bro. You feel me? He just thought he was going to go up there and sell out to the dude behind the door or whatever. Like, bitch, it's my turn to sell out. Now you've been rapping for 2 days. You feel me? You ain't get enough last time or whatever and this and that. And turn around for a nigga, look, pop, pop, pop. Boy, shit was like this, y'all. Straight up. But anyways, man, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm going to wrap this video on up. But I do want to ask y'all, for anyone who's been locked up, okay? I'm not just speaking prison. You feel me? I'm talking about the county. All right, obviously you got to go to the county to go to prison. I'm talking about the county specifically for this comment section, y'all. I want y'all to drop in the county some of the shit in the comment section, some of the shit that y'all seen in the county. All right, I know I talk about prison all the time. I feel like I don't reflect enough light on the county because that shit's unlimited. I got so many stories, so many different things about the county jail as well that I figured I'd put one together about an incident that I seen take place before I even went to prison. You know, so I want y'all to go ahead, man, and put that shit in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. You know, like, have y'all seen anybody get their shit split? What was it over? Like, I seen people get knocked out and hit their head on the toilet seat and not even wake up. You feel me? Like, all over dominoes. Like, that shit goes down in the county jail as well, man. Not like that shit you see on 60 Days In. Nah, you can't believe no shit like that. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all make sure y'all stay sucker free, man. Keep them rat squares, snakes, chomos, all that shit out your circle, man. And just do what you gotta do and get you some money. Till next time, this Frog.